Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special Point in Progress DEVTalk. I think this is the first of its kind, and this is going to be a good one, so I'm very excited for everyone here. I'm, of course, Mario Rivera. I'm joined by my lovely co-host over there at Point in Progress, Sly Clone MC. Sly, how are you doing?
I am doing great. Hopefully, first of many of these PiP DEVTalks. Very exciting.
Yeah, very, very exciting. And of course, today we have a very special guest, Reid. How are you doing? Also known as Grahamoflegend. What's going on? How are you doing?
What's good? I'm good. Thanks for having me here. So my name is Reid, also known as Grahamoflegend, and I'm a Jamaican indie game developer. Like born and raised from not Jamaica, Queens, like actual Jamaica. Currently in New York though. That's why I have to specify every time because people would think I mean from Queens. I've been on this game dev journey. It feels like for like a decade now, even though I haven't released that many things because I've been working at like tech jobs. I've been working in motion graphics, and then this game dev has always been my side thing up until 2021, where I left my last job. I used to work at Snapchat. I left Snapchat to just do the full-time game dev thing, which has been dope.
I'm excited to talk about your game, which we, both me and Sly, got a chance to play, of course. We're talking today Superspaceclub. Awesome. Congratulations on the launch. Thank you.
Thank you.
Has it been a process? Like, how long has this project been going on for you?
Yeah, it's been a process. I started in 2019. So long, feels like, especially after the pandemic, it feels like forever ago. But I've only worked on it on and off for like 8 months-ish. Okay. So it's been 4 years in the making, but only 8 monts of work. Okay. So that feels extra long to me, yeah.
This is not the first game that you worked on. You worked on a couple games beforehand, of course.
I worked on 2 mobile games before.
Yeah, and we have, funny enough, Sly, I want to give this section to you, of course, because Sly's a huge fan of Hecticube.
Yeah, I am.
No, really?
Absolutely. I was telling Mario this story before we started, but I played so much Hecticube. I'm pretty sure I saw it like mentioned in like a kind of funny games chat, something, whatever. But
Maybe.
I played so much of that.
That's amazing though. Thank you. Like I was not expecting that at all. Wow.
Today we're obviously talking about Superspaceclub. Can you possibly give us sort of just what is Superspaceclub? What came to that project for you?
So Superspaceclub is the dopest arcade space shooter you'll play today. The best soundtrack in 2023, hands down. No competition.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just a really chill yet hectic arcade shooter. Very vibrant color space.
In this game, I feel a lot of asteroid influence. I think of some other people have also mentioned asteroid influence. What draws you to that type of gameplay?
It's a mix of me just enjoying that kind of gameplay. Like I just love those kind of games, like the Housemarque games. Those are some of my favorite games, like Super Stardust HD, even Returnal. Like up to like all of them just have this really cool, very tight, mechanically gameplay, awesome sauce. and it's also fun to make games like that. Okay. But then also I'm not a programmer by trade. Like I just kind of learned on YouTube.
Sure.
And so it's like, what can I make this easy, quote unquote? You know, like what's within my beginner skill set, and then how can I make it as beautiful and as polished as possible to make it feel like my own thing. And that's how I ended up with Hecticube, with Shapes and Sound, the first game, and with Superspaceclub. Yeah.
In my way, in a lot of ways, it's Asteroids and like Galaga, where it's sort of like format of Asteroids, but it's the wave basedness of like having to take out ships and stuff like that, almost like a top-down Star Fox in a way. What made you want to make that the concept?
I mean,
for this
you
game?
nailed all the references. Yeah. I also love even like Geometry, like all those games, but I didn't want to make a twin stick shooter. I wanted to make something that was really momentum, like physics based.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, Asteroids is the obvious call back there, but I didn't really want to just make a rock shooter. It doesn't make any sense. Not in 2023, you know, like or 2019 when I started. So it was like, how can I make this cool? Just add different kind of enemies. And Star Fox was an influence too, just because of all the anthropomorphic heroes. Like, if Nintendo decides give me Star Fox, or give me Slippy. I want Slippy in the game.
All of your games have this like very distinctive feel and style to them that I really enjoy. But like, what drew you to developing this kind of physics-based games in this very like stylized cubic imagery.
I think it's similar to why I've made these kinds of games. It's just a matter of what can I do and actually execute on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the game looks. I think I've done something nice with Superspaceclub, but I feel like my actual ability is a lot greater than what you see. But me implementing it in Unity is not. I can't do that. And so that's where the bottleneck has been, especially with physics. It's like physics takes up so much processing power. You have to make sure everything is optimized. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm just going to push these lo-fi graphics as far as I can, so that way it doesn't make the gameplay suffer at all. I also wanted to add my own limitations, because I could have utilized a whole controller. I could have made it so that you have a reverse button, you have like buttons to do flips and everything. And I just didn't. I just wanted to make something very pure. Like if you have a three button mouse, you can play the whole game with just your mouse. Like I really like that about the limitations.
Some of these limitations are actually adding so much value to the game. Like I have a lot of like issues with like accessibility and like coordination, especially in my hands. And so like just being able to focus on like 1, 2, 3 buttons is like makes it play really well for me. And I also am not a big
That's
like
awesome.
RPG
So that's also why I limited it, because I wanted it to just be accessible to people. You know, like I didn't want to. I personally can play these games that use every single button, but I didn't feel like I needed to make that this time around. You know.
And it makes it more approachable for people wanting to get into these kind of games.
Music was a wonderful surprise. Of course, done
Yes.
by, I believe, your collaborator is a Fat Bard, is that correct?
Bard, yeah.
The music perfectly sets the tone for the game, in my opinion. So I was curious what the collaborative process with the musicians was like to kind of craft this experience.
Yeah, so initially it didn't even have vocals. The vocals weren't like, and the like parts of the initial pitch. It was just, I want something lo-fi hip hop, because everything about the visual and just the feel of the game, I kind of wanted to be a juxtaposition to what everything else is. Like if you go to Steam and look up space games, they're all black and white. They're all very dark. And they all have either very ambient music or like techno or just some kind of like, you know, just very energetic, high energy kind of thing to make you feel claustrophobic. Like, oh my God, everything is important. But I didn't want any of that. I wanted to be very colorful, inspired by like Into the Spider-Verse. That's the first one, right? The first one, Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, so I watched that, and that's what made it. That's what I'm like, oh, I need it to be the most colorful thing ever. And then the music, I just wanted it to not feel like every other thing. I wanted it to have its own identity. And then so the Fat Brother like, oh yeah, we should experiment with adding vocals to it. I think it'd be cool. And we tried it, and it was in fact very cool. And it's made perfect sense, because I wanted to kind of inject the game with my culture and just like my interests. And of course, I'm from Jamaica, so one of the tracks has a Jamaican artist on, this guy named Rizik. And I think that, yeah, the game is just like, it doesn't have any black people. It doesn't have any like, it doesn't look like anything specific. But then through the music is where I'm putting in, and through some of the text, where I'm putting in all of my culture and my love for hip hop and that kind of stuff in there. And for me, especially like for other Jamaicans and other black people, like I really want that to be a thing.
This is cool. I'm really happy that this game has a place in the world, and then you get to be the one that has the name in the front of the game when you start the game up. That's really cool. Take that, Ariel.
I mean, I always tell people that I don't. No, I love Neil too. Neil is great.
He's great.
But his games are all actually called like Aerial Knights Never Leave. It's not Grahamoflegend Superspaceclub, and it's just Superspaceclub. But I mean, for better or for worse, like I always tell people, I don't want to be famous, but I want my work to be famous. Like I want to be able to walk on the road peacefully. Like I don't need people to know that I am successful if I do become successful. But if I ask anyone, like, hey, do you know like Pong? Yeah, like I know, you know Super Mario. Like yeah, like I made that, you know. That's what I want to achieve. Like my work to be known, not me.
No, for sure. When's the Superspaceclub the animation coming out? That's what I want to know.
When I have money. If someone gave me a budget right now, it would be coming out as soon as the strike is over. Like as soon as I can get good people to work with me, done. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Very well.
I think that would be very, very cool.
That would
So
be very
producers, call
Imagine the music for that animation. Imagine like
that would
so
be
cool.
dope. And then the actual, I can see the song.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I want it to happen for you. During the first,
I just need the finances, and I'm good.
Very nice. Where can people find you? Where can people find the game?
You can find me at Grahamoflegend on basically everything, I guess. Like on X/Twitter, on Blue Sky, Threads, all the things. And you can find Superspaceclub at superspaceclub.com. Please go wishlist and/or buy it right now.
And again, this is when our first ever Point in Progress Dev Talk, and I want to thank Grahamoflegend for joining us. This has been a fantastic talk, and until next time.
Happy to kick it off.
Yeah, thank you. And for that, progress has been made with us. So goodbye, everybody.